Well, the women were all over the whole damn show tonight, but the closing scene had Adam Pearce firing a man called Bobby Lashley for stuff that we've seen 100 times. Seriously, you fire him for that, but Rowdy Ronda Rousey, Rousey the Raccoon, butchers a whole bunch of people, tosses you around, nope, a slap on the wrist, starting to sense a little bit of something weird here. Me thinks that they're just doing this for storyline purposes. They're just not good storyline purposes. Be consistent or just be wildly inconsistent to the point that everybody wonders what the hell's going on. Anyway, I'm John Renton with my review of WWE Raw from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or Milwaukee, whatever. Look, there were some good things on this show, but boy, I'm going to piss some people off with stuff that I didn't think was very good. So, Becky immediately attacks Io Sky and Dakota Kai, chasing them off. Becky leading the lynch, I'm not going to say that. Just leading it in Milwaukee and saying, get the hell out of here. You ever seen a man, or, ever seen the man, the big time Beck, say goodbye to 2/3 of damage control? Once. So anyway, Bayley took on Alexa in a number one contenders match. Boy, Bayley had to herniate every disc and nerve in her body trying to carry Alexa, who I know has her fans, and that's fine. You can like Alexa. I know Alexa's had injuries. Plenty of people have had injuries. Alexa doesn't look like she could hurt a fly. Norman Bates could, she wouldn't even hurt a fly. And well, Norman Bates could have hurt a fly. I mean, he hurt a whole lot of people. And fucking Anthony Perkins now would be more intimidating in the ring than Alexa Bliss. And I believe Anthony Perkins has been dead at least since 1992-93. Get Alexa out of the ring after next year, please. Just give her this one last little run. Whatever. There was an exposed buckle spot that was totally on Bayley. I'm not saying take the thing face first, but that was bad. Like, if she had hit the air around the buckle, she would have somehow touched the buckle more than she ended up touching. It just was not good. And Alexa Bliss wins. And, by the way, Bianca was at ringside and said, hey, let's do this. Oh, no, let's have a hug. And then the weird upside-down mothy thing comes in. Oh, no, Alexa tries to do the Sister Abigail because we need more spooky Alexa Bliss because it was so goddamn good the first time that we did it, except it wasn't. It was terrible television. I don't care that Vince was in charge of that stuff. It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. And they're going to do more of this with the genius Triple H or Papa H. You calling him Papa H, people? By the way, just want to say, really goddamn weird. You aren't his children. What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, spooky Alexa Bliss. Be still my beating apathy. It means I'm going to save a whole lot of time with these reviews. There are good things on Raw. There are good things on SmackDown. This stuff with Bray Wyatt is not good. It's not good. It's the same stuff. Same as it ever was. So Saxon was talking to Gable and Otis earlier, and then a bunch of milk jokes were made. Oh boy, more milk jokes. Hey, at least the good Gable's here, not Gable Steveson. Anyway, and then Styles shows up and says, hey, Carl's in Japan taking care of business every day, taking care of business every way. Hopefully he drops the Never Openweight Championship and Hikuleo wins it. Because otherwise, Carl's going to have to lose it to Tama Tonga, who probably should have never lost the Never Openweight Championship in the first place, and by shouldn't have. And Gallows and Anderson, I preferred WWE programming when they weren't part of it, because they just aren't good. They aren't entertained. This OC stuff is garbage, even though Mia Yim sort of fits in just fine. Styles, he's near the end of his career. He's having fun. I don't blame him. We're getting Styles versus Gable. Why not? We need to fill some time. We get a package on Theory. Enough with the rap. If you're going to put rap in wrestling, please put good rap. Otherwise, it just proves that the West Texas rednecks are right. Oh, I hate rap. Oh, rap is crap. Oh, I hate rap. Gable and Styles had a good wrestling match. And here's the thing. Just have Gable lay down because he's always going to take the pin. Or at least 95% of the time he's going to take the pin. And, oh, he took the pin. Again, a good wrestling match, but Gable is basically just there to put on, good wrestling clinics, put on some really, really good wrestling matches and lose. He doesn't mean anything. This Alpha Academy thing is stupid. Oh, look, comedy with Gargano and Loomis. Loomis, who is a talented artist. Candace shows up and says, hey, this bag of money, it's the holiday season, the time for giving. Can we give this TV time to people that actually have charisma, please? And apparently Nikki Cross was just watching in the background because Candace removed her mask and Nikki's all upset for exposing her identity, or they just need this feud going, or they need to do something to just keep utilizing the women in not very good ways. Candace can work, she's just not very interesting. Riddle is apparently going to rehab because he got popped for another drug test, or he failed another drug test. Could be coke, blow, the original blow, Matt Riddle. Or it could be, I don't think it's meth. It's probably cocaine. I mean, maybe. I don't know, but just Riddle not being on my television for a while is a good thing because I don't care how insufferably good he is in the ring. If you're going to fail drug tests and do that stuff when they're not finding people for weed anymore, whatever. Honestly, you know what? I really hope... I really hope that he can actually get through rehab and be fine so he can see his kids for the holidays. He never sees his kids. So anyway, Kathy, Kelly, Mike, god damn. Okay, anytime she was on camera, very, very distracting, and I mean that in a good way. Tozawa drinks. And Dawkins says, he's my ninja. No Hulk, they said ninja. Hulk, they put that, okay, get the white paint. Hulk's at it again. He's at it again. Again, Kathy Kelly, my goodness. The Street Profits and Tozawa took on Judgment Day with Rhea in shorts, which was the most interesting part of this match. Oh, hell no is what I wrote down. Why is Dominic allowed to be in a wrestling ring when he has not improved at all? Corey is atrocious on commentary. Corey is trying to be what Bobby Heenan was as a color commentator, or Jesse Ventura was. Here's the problem. He was good at a time. He is not good anymore. He is trying too goddamn hard. And somebody that has been watching wrestling since 1985, I know how Bobby Heenan was as a manager, as a commentator. I know how, even in WCW, when he was phoning shit in, because he was so much better than everybody there. And I know how Ventura was as a commentator. Corey is not good. He hasn't been good for a number of years. Maybe while Carmella was dealing with that, unfortunate thing about having, having a miscarriage, maybe Corey should have gone home, because honestly, they could have found a different they could have propped up, they could have propped up a mannequin and it would have been more efficient on commentary than Corey Graves. Corey's eventually going to say the wrong goddamn thing and get himself fired, and I will be very, very, I'll be just laughing at that point, because it is what it is. The sloppy, mulleted, goddamn goof wins. Does it matter? No, because Dominic's involved, so of course it doesn't matter. So, Gargano and Loomis show up with a bag of cash, put some cash down, some hundreds, quite a bit of money to buy all that merch that conveniently fit in that little wagon that was for their kid. Gargano and Candice, not Gargano and Loomis. At least I don't think they have a kid, and two guys can't have a kid, at least not until the device is complete, or you watch the movie Junior. It apparently is over there, somewhere in that area. So anyway, yeah, they just start tossing out merch indiscriminately to the crowd. Good job. Make the fans fight over all that shit you're throwing at them. And then Pierce stops Miz from trying to steal the money. Give the money back. You give the money back. You get that back. Get that back. No. Bad Miz. Down Miz. Dexter, there's no need to get an axe, was an actual line uttered here. This Gargano Miz stuff, if I wanted to do a top 10 worst storylines, wrestling storylines of 2022, which is a tempting list to do, but I've already ranted so much about many of them, this Gargano Miz one would be near the top of the list. Near. It wouldn't be at the top as bad as it is, but it would be up there. So, it's going to be a rematch next week. A double or nothing ladder match. It's going to be Loomis's money that he got paid by Miz and Miz's money. But Miz, his wife, controls the bank account. It was, maybe it was an unintentional shot, but whatever. Let's be honest, Colt Cabana, for simply being a shit stirrer, kind of deserves that shot. But Jesus Christ, you're going to do this? You're going to have a ladder match on free TV? Oh, wow, we haven't seen that about 20 times. in the past few months, at least since the summer began. Honestly, cooled on the ladder matches, cooled on the battle royals. Just intersperse an occasional triple threat or whatever. Do something where you're not doing so many stipulation matches, especially for this, for Loomis and Miz. Anyway, Miz has to dress as an elf and hand out merch to get the match, and we only see pictures of it. Bayley joins commentary, or maybe doesn't. Well, Corey tends to her like she is I don't know, some drunk person that's waiting for an Uber. Candice took on Io in a match that I was looking forward to, because they had a hell of a match at a TakeOver. This was not a match from a TakeOver. This took over the apathy of the crowd. Basically, the apathy of the crowd took over the entire match. In fact, the apathy of the crowd took over the entire show. They had to sweeten the crowd noise a whole lot. This wasn't good. They did a poison run on the outside to Io Shirai. Io Shirai, who had neck issues that kept her out of initially signing with WWE. Stop with the poison ranas. I don't care if you're man, woman, animal, vegetable, mineral, space alien from the dark side of Uranus. I don't care. Stop with the poison ranas. It's stupid. I don't care how professional these talents are. This is dumb. Moonsault 1, 2, 3 in a match that really should have clicked and didn't. Kathy Kelly, Jesus Christ, is what I point out. Good God. That is Triple H's best rehire by a landslide. And Elias shows up while Owens is talking to Kathy Kelly, and Elias immediately snaps about the Ezekiel stuff and everything, and you smash me with a guitar. Not that guitar, because the one that you hit me over the head with was broken. And Elias wants him to be in his corner. And then Owens just kind of looks at him, walks off, comes back and looks at him, walks off. Again, Kathy Kelly, Jesus Christ. Elias then strums his black instrument and does a concert tributing, or either tributing or in memorial of Riddle. Honestly, if Riddle never came back to WWE, I wouldn't really be upset, but then again, they would have just outright fired him. Solo took on Elias. Sammy was the most over here, and Solo won. And then beats down Elias with the Samoan Spike. But then Owens stops the chair, bump in the corner that he gave to Riddle. Solo did, that is. Hits a stunner on Solo, and then Elias tries to thank him, and then he hits a stunner on Elias. Okay. Woo! And then we go to footage from the 20th anniversary of Tribute to the Troops. Nobody told Steve Patrick that the first Tribute to the Troops was in 2003. For those that are not aware and don't own a calendar or don't bother doing math, and you don't know Steiner math, nobody knows Steiner math but Scott Steiner. It's the year 2022. If you minus 2003 from 2022, you come up with 19, which means Jerry Lawler and Velveteen Dream have exited the chat, as well as half of British Wrestling Twitter, and also a few others. Like Chase Owens probably would have exited from the goddamn chat. Chase, I'll pretend you said 18. Owens. So, nevertheless, yeah, I'm sure Ashley Mazzaro's spirit would have absolutely loved them talking about Tribute to the Troops. If you know, you know. Okay, I wish Asuka would look at me like that. I want her to kick me in the face, berate me. Don't care. I have issues. Leave me alone. She didn't have the weird green stuff on her face, and she is so naturally gorgeous. I don't know why they bothered to have it in the first place. Footage of Mrs. and Elf. Rhea with Dominic took on Asuka. Okay, great. Rhea and Asuka looking great and talented. This is good. Dominic's there. Dominic on television is never a good thing because Dominic does not belong on a wrestling program. Maybe we'll finally get Kana at some point. It seems like we're gonna. There were some good kicks. Unfortunately, Dominic was still there. Yes, he got misted in the face by the blue mist, which is the sleepy mist, for those that know their mist lore, that I'm still trying to learn. The red mist is the one that burns. The green mist, I assume, is the one that's like, oh, I don't know. It makes you feel radioactive, bitch, it's radioactive. But the blue mist is sleepy. Fitting, because every time I see Dominic, I feel like wanting to go to sleep or bludgeoning myself to the point that I go to sleep forever and forget Dominic was ever allowed in a wrestling ring. I don't hate Dominic. Leave me alone. So, Riptide 1, 2, 3, and Asuka's pissed. So we're getting Kana at some point, or a variation. We're not going to be able to get the full-blown experience because WWE won't allow that. And I think even she realizes she'd have to tone it down. But it'll be interesting. Getting the Murderous Empress back. Good. Backstage and Dominic can't see. God, that would be such a shame. It's like the Chris Adams, Gino Hernandez thing. Can Dominic end up like Gino? Nope. Not going to say it. Sure, he's a nice guy. He's not a good wrestler. Ziggler apparently thinks that Theory is not a worthy U.S. champion and wants to face him. Weren't they doing a feud like they don't know what they're doing with Ziggler. I don't think Ziggler cares what they're doing. They're just giving him at least $1 million a year to basically do. They have to be at least giving him close to $1 million, if not $1 million. Basically bop in and out and not really do anything. Where was Ali? I think Ali pretty much is just toast as far as any kind of push. And Lashley makes his entrance, and then whoa, it's Rollins versus Lashley in number one contenders match. Lashley beats him down. Rollins fights back. We get a referee bump after the Hurt Lock is locked on. The referee rolls his ankle and doesn't quite get back in the ring to make the 3 count. The spear only counts for 2. And then we get the spear attempt into the pedigree. Again, a finish we've seen about 12 times this year. 1, 2, 3. And then Lashley bumps the ref. Doesn't mean to, but just gets upset. And then Adam Pearce yells at him. Pearce gets shoved. And then we get some swearing. And Pearce fires Lashley. Just fires him. Just fires him outright. Okay, are they paying Lashley too much and Lashley wants to leave? I don't think that's the case. Is he going to go to SmackDown? Pearce runs both shows. I don't exactly get necessarily where they're going with this. Is Lesnar going to come back and basically threaten Pearce to reinstate him? He's going to put his hands on Pearce but not get fired? Does Lashley just want to leave? I mean, Lashley has said this is his last contract, but I don't know what the hell they're doing. Nevertheless, that's it. That's it for Raw. So, one real quick thing, assuming anybody is still watching here at the end. So, I believe next week is supposed to be live. And this week's SmackDown is supposed to be live. I think the 23rd is going to be a taped edition. I think the same is going to be for the 26th. If SmackDown on the 23rd, Raw on the 26th, and say NXT on the 27th, are best of editions, then you're not likely going to get reviews from me because my time will be limited, and also I'm going to be busy with work. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's the holidays, so we'll see. Nevertheless, you will get a SmackDown review this week, an NXT review this week. You'll get all the usual stuff this week, and some movie stuff next week. Nevertheless, agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Wicklund. I'll see you soon.